Welcome aboard the iX5 Hydrogen. We're there with Jürgen Guldner, Head of
Hello.
Hydrogen Projects at BMW. So first of all, it's not a prototype, it's much more than this. It's a pre-production car.
Yes, we call it a pilot fleet. We have done this before when we introduced our electromobility. Before launching our first electric car, the i3 and the i8, we had a pilot fleet of Mini E and Active E. And we are at the same stage with hydrogen now, with this pilot fleet of BMW iX5 Hydrogen as a preparation of a possible future market introduction of hydrogen vehicles in our powertrain portfolio.
So this is a car with a fuel cell, it's a partnership with Toyota. Why did you choose this technology?
In the past, we have worked with combustion engines with hydrogen. You might remember the Hydrogen 7. From that, we learned that it is better to go to fuel cell technology because it's more efficient. We get more range out of the car. And that's why about 10 years ago, we started the partnership with Toyota. It's been a very successful partnership. This car actually uses the same cells as Toyota in their Mirai, in the second generation Mirai, but the overall stack and the overall system and the whole powertrain is a complete BMW design.
So today we have 500 kilometers for autonomy, maybe a little bit more in the future when it will be time to make a production car.
Yes, obviously we would like to have a little bit more of range. It depends on the place in the car, the room in the car to put hydrogen tanks. But I think we will get a little bit more in the future.
Okay, so will you come back or not to the combustion engine? Because you talk about the fuel cell, but no way to go back to the engine?
We think that the fuel cell is the better way to go in passenger vehicles. We would like to make electric architectures in the future where we have battery electric cars and fuel cell electric cars on one architecture. And we really don't see it as a competition between the two technologies. We really think that both technologies complement each other and they are good for different applications and good for different users, because at the end we really have to consider the consumer who wants to drive zero emission, but it has to fit into their individual mobility needs. And here we really see the application and the use case for both technologies.
With the fuel cell you have more autonomy, maybe?
Yes, the fuel cell has a higher efficiency, so it has more autonomy than the combustion engine, which means in a passenger car it's a more suitable application for the future.
We know that the priorities for heavy-duty mobility, for buses, trucks, and so on. So, do you think that all the cost, all the volumes will be a benefit for the car industry at the end of the day?
I think there will be synergies in two dimensions. One is on the technology side. A lot of the components, the fuel cell, the stack, all the sensors, the compressor, everything is very, very similar on a commercial application like a truck or a bus and a passenger vehicle. So there will be synergies in terms of economies of scale for the components, for the systems. But there's also a big synergy for the infrastructure because the hydrogen is the same. Today, the diesel for a truck and the diesel for a passenger car are different, but the hydrogen for both applications is the same. So in building a hydrogen fueling station network, the buses, the trucks, and the passenger cars and the light-duty vehicles, they will complement each other and kind of solve the chicken and egg problem very conveniently in the next few years.
Again, there is no competition between fuel cell engines. It's a way to start the industry.
Yes, we need partnerships, we need all the applications, we need the infrastructure to get it going, but I think we're on a very good way at the moment with the different OEMs, be it trucks, buses and passenger cars and light-duty vehicles to bring vehicles to the market in the next few years, and also the infrastructure providing fueling stations that now sell hydrogen like the one we are at today.
This car is the start of the story. So when will we be able to drive the real production model?
Well, you drove this pilot fleet vehicle today.
And that's nice. That's nice.
That's good to hear. Thank you very much. Yes, we love these cars. We haven't decided yet exactly when we will bring a product to the market, but we think that the second half of this decade would be a good time when the technology matures a little bit more, and also when hopefully the infrastructure of fueling stations will be more dense and we can drive all over Europe. You might know that the European Communion has decided to build an electric infrastructure network and a hydrogen fueling station network all over Europe. So in just a few years' time, we will be able to drive a hydrogen car wherever you want to go in all the European Union countries.
And that's good news.
That is very good news, and the technology is ready. And as BMW, we are agnostic to technology. We want to offer the best solution to each and every customer for their individual mobility needs.
Thank you, Dr. Guldner.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure.